A couple weeks ago, a YouTuber called Cash the King hosted a game jam for 1,000 Robux. I was at home sick with the flu, so I decided to give it a shot and make a game. The theme for this jam was puzzle, and I had already been thinking of remaking the popular mobile game Flow Free for a while, so this was the perfect opportunity to do so. Oh, but wait, what's this? I only have 3 days to make it? Oh no. So the game was going to be based off the wildly popular mobile app Flow Free, where you connect colorful balls together with colorful lines. But I knew I wanted to add a twist to it. I was going to make it multiplayer. Now this game is a puzzle game that you play on your own, so I didn't exactly know how I was going to do that. I decided to come back to that later and just start making the game. I started by making the UI, and although my UI always looks terrible, it was going to have to do. In order to make this game, I decided to have a coordinate system, kind of like XY graphs in math. Now, math just so happens to be one of my favorite school subjects, and I'm an absolute genius, so I had no issues with this whatsoever. Okay, why aren't you working? Ah, there we go. Wait, what? It was just working. Please just work. Okay, finally got that working and added some dots to the UI, and voila, players could now drag and connect 2 points together. That definitely only took 10 minutes and not an hour to script. After that I added some more dots and the ability to complete the puzzle, and the core of the game was already finished, but something was missing, and that was more puzzles. I actually ended up drawing all these puzzles by hand on a piece of paper and then entered the coordinates into my script afterward. I ended up making about 6 puzzles before the end of the first day, but there was still a lot left to go. On day 2 I decided to work on multiplayer functionality. I added leader stats in the top right corner so that you could track your points as well as your wins and coins, which you could spend at a shop later on. Then I scripted the round system, and once that was done, we officially had multiplayer implemented into the game. I also added a screen on the side that showed the top 7 players of the round. This way you could tell who's winning, who's losing, and where you are in the round. And there we go, you could get wins, earn coins, and solve puzzles already. But something was missing, something was really bland, and I bet you can't figure out what that is. Yeah, the map. The map was just a base plate, and I just so happened to hate base plates, so you know what I did to it? I destroyed that base plate and never let it see the light of day again. Then I hopped into a 3D modeling software called Blender and modeled up a basic border. I brought it into Roblox Studio and scattered it around the map. Then I added some beautiful textures to the ground using a plugin called Add Easy Texture, the perfect solution for all your texture needs. What? No, I didn't steal that from another popular YouTuber. I have no idea what you're talking about. After that I added a small obby to the map so that players wouldn't get bored during the intermissions. And that wrapped up day 2. Before we keep going with the video, if you are interested in becoming a developer for yourself but don't know where to start, you're in the perfect place. And if not, just skip to this timestamp right here. But if you are interested in making games, make sure to watch this because I have a really cool announcement to make. I recently released my brand new website, codebro29.shop, where you can buy assets and scripts and models, etc. to help you with your game making journey. Everything is super cheap there and high quality, super customizable, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. Go to codebro29.shop. Also, there's some free stuff on there, and I'll be updating this all the time, so make sure you go ahead and check out that website. Also, if you have any ideas for things you think I should sell on there, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and hopefully I'll be able to add that to my shop. So what are you waiting for? Go to codebro29.shop to start your game development journey today. Now back to the video. Day 3 was all about polishing up the game. I knew I wanted to add a shop and leaderboards, so that's what I got straight to work on. In the shop, you were going to be able to purchase drag particles, so that when you drag the line, you would get a cool special effect on the screen. Now, it turns out that Roblox's particles don't work in UI, but because I've been scripting for over 4 years, I know exactly how to get around that. And the solution is to go to Google and ask for help and copy and paste someone else's code. I found this cool module by Hashiru, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, that lets you have particles inside of UI. And I know this is a lot of crazy code, but basically what it does is it turns particles into particles. I know, crazy stuff. But in all honesty, this was such a helpful plugin, so huge thanks to Hashiru for providing it for free. You're the best. Anyway, after that, I was able to quickly add particles that follow your mouse wherever you're holding it down. It gives the effect that you're dragging particles across the screen, which is pretty neat. Next, I just made a ton of particles using a free particle pack, and added them all to a shop where you could purchase them. Now you may remember that I only have 6 puzzles in the game right now, so now may be a good time to add more puzzles. But no, leaderboards must come first. So we hopped back into Blender and modeled some basic leaderboards. They were nothing special, but I thought they turned out okay. I imported them into Studio and gave them some color. After that, I added a leaderboard script from one of my other games, and just like that, we had a working leaderboard. Kinda. It took me a few tries, but after a while, I finally got it working. Now you may remember that I only have 6 puzzles in the game right now, so now may be a good time to add more puzzles. Heck no, it's time for anti-cheat, baby! I added some super basic anti-cheat to the game that would help prevent players from giving themselves leader stats and exploiting the game in that way. Now I'm not going to show you guys how I did this part because then it wouldn't exactly be anti-cheat anymore, but after a few minutes I was able to quickly implement some anti-cheat. I'm totally lying, it took way longer than that. And now that I was finally done with all these, you may be thinking, now may be a good time to add more puzzles. And, okay, let's add some more puzzles. Psych, we're adding game passes, boys, because as a wise man once said, money... So I added a VIP game pass that gives you 2 times coins and extra particles. I was going to add a chat tag also, but I'll hopefully add that later in the future. I also added a game pass that gives your name in the leaderboard a rainbow effect. That'll help you stand out, people know that you paid for that rainbow. I also added a skip puzzle and a skip color development product, because what would an indie game be if it wasn't pay to win? Please don't hurt me. And there we go, I finally have a way to make money off this game. Now you may remember that I only have 6 puzzles in the game right now, so it may be a good time to add more puzzles. But no, I need an icon! So I whipped up a game icon, thumbnail, and logo in a free website called Pixlr. It looks terrible, but it's the best I could do, especially within only a day. I finally updated the game with the thumbnail, logo, and icon, and the game was complete. Except, it needed more puzzles. I feared it was finally time to face what I was avoiding all this time, and to add more puzzles. Alright. Or I could just dump 3,000 Robux into advertisements of an unfinished game. Heck yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah. I actually advertised it with only 6 puzzles in the game. It only got around 200 visits, so if you want to boost that number up, make sure to check out the game for yourself. I'll have a link down in the description. Oh, and I probably won't make more videos on this game, because I don't think there's any reason to, unless you guys really just want to see more content about this. Anyways, if you like this video, check out the one that's on your screen right now. I think you're really gonna like it. Yeah, go ahead. Click it. You got this. I believe in you.